This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Today we are going to be taking a look at Children of Morta, the board game, not the video game, the board game. This looks pretty good. I played the video game and I'm really looking forward to this. So without further ado, let's go down, take a look at it, and we'll see what we think of Children of Morta. So I'm not going to show you everything here, but I have to tell you I was really amazed with this particular game. The rule book, very beautifully done, well put together, explains everything nice and clear. It's not a lot of pages, I think like 20 pages, and you're off and running with this game. The main thing here is you are going to be one person of this family. Okay, you could play it by yourself or you could play it cooperatively, which really makes this game just really fantastic on so many different levels. What's going to happen is you're going to have this book here, okay, and I'm just going to move some things out of the way so I can show you everything here, and we're trying to squeeze everything in here, but actually I'm going to show it right here, just like this. Over here is your home and everything like that, and you're going to have cards here that you're going to be utilizing. Up here, you're going to be able to spend your gold and get additional dice, threat levels, which will fury, as they call it, which will help you. You can always trade these in and get certain dice to help you fill abilities to attack. What you're going to be doing, and it starts off really nice, everything that's in this book, and you get to keep everything right in front of you. I'm a big fan of just keeping it, not being a table hog, but keeping everything pretty condensed within your view. Nice little backstory here about the family, the Bergensons family, and how they've been the guardians of the Mount Morta and for generations, and now there's an evil and you've got to deal with it. And then of course, you know, an explanation of chapter 1, how you're going to go through the chapters. There are 6 different chapters that you are going to face. You can spend your fury depending on what you get for certain things. As you can see, the dice here, it would cost 3 fury to get an extra red die. The dice themselves are weighted a certain way. You know, this green one here is not as good as this red one. This brown one's right in the middle. We'll explain that very, very soon. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be traveling, and you're going to go to different areas, and then you're going to encounter certain things, and there'll be a counter here, and as you come here, you're going to be able to choose your path as you go through the things. Once you hit this area, you're going to turn over and you're going to have to deal with 3 different enemies, and the enemies are just really fantastic and very well done. Everything's explained here, what you get, how much attack they'll do, how much health that they have, and what you get if you defeat them. Okay, like particularly this bat. So you would put 3 there. You also get something when you go into that area, like particularly here, you would get 2 gold. Okay, and gold is, I had some here. Oh, here we go. You would get 2 gold, so that would go into your thing, and you'd be able to buy things later when you go back to the farm at the end of it, you know, a certain mission here. The chapters are just well written and well done, and this is just something really, really, really special. The first one kind of gives you a good feel for the game. So now that you've seen that, we're going to talk more about the character that you're going to be playing. Okay, you have your health stat here, okay, which is your experience stat as well. These will go up as you gain abilities, and you'll be able to spend them for certain things. You also have some abilities here where these things can either gum up your bag, okay, because, and I'll explain that in a minute, or you can trade these in for so as I had stated before, and like I was saying, these special tokens, they can either help or hurt you, okay? There's certain ways that they'll get pulled in and end up going into your bag, and we'll explain the bag in a minute. Or you can spend them to re-roll dice if you didn't like how you re-rolled something. That you rolled something when you are attacking the enemy. You're going to have special abilities that you're going to be able to have, which would be on the bottom here. And as you can see, there are different abilities that you would be able to do, okay, when you're attacking something. Now, you can upgrade these because there are a bunch of cards that you can pay certain experience and you can upgrade, as for instance here, you can upgrade this, and as you can see, it will give you greater abilities, which you would be able to attack or roll different dice, get more fury, which will help you add more dice to your hands and stuff like that, and gain experience, of course. Now, when you go on a certain area and you deal with something, like I said before, you're going to get the 2 gold, but there are going to be 3 enemies, okay? And say, for instance, you're going to be facing 3 melee bats. And as you can see, this right here shows that they are melee. All right. Anything that has distance or that will create distance will be in the other 3 areas. So this is melee, and this is obviously, like archers and things like that would go over here. Now, if any time that this is completely filled, okay, and you need to put another creature here, okay, and you cannot, you are going to lose the game. The other way you're going to lose the game is if any of your characters' health goes down to 0. That will cause the game to end. And you would have to go back and level up and do different things like that. Now, what happens here is there are a bunch of tokens in here, okay? And depending on how many players is how many tokens. And each player that's going to go is going to pull out 5 tokens. And there's all kinds of different tokens. There's green tokens, and I'll just show you I'll just pull them a good majority out here. Green, blue, red for strength, and brown. You will have 5 of these, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? I think we're missing one, but that's okay. Now, you will be able to spend these, okay, in any way that you want, okay, on anything here. Now, for instance, I want to, well, it would cost 2 here, okay. I would need a purple one, which I don't have, okay, but I do have, what can I do? Okay, I want to do this, for instance, which would cost me this and this, which would give me a blue die, okay? And I want to hit the bat. You would roll and try to hit. Now, it just happens that I happen to roll on what we were going to talk about next. You see this band? That is how many hits or how many successes that you have. That is 1 success. But this thing in the center here with the plus sign, that is a critical. If you look on this side of the dice, okay, it's just that symbol means nothing, but it is 1 success. And there is 1 side that has 2 success, and then of course there is one that is completely blank. So you would be able to do 2 hits on that particular thing, and you would keep on using until you can start taking out all these bats. And as you kill them, of course, you would be able to get fury, which might help you and give you additional dice later on. You have certain abilities. There's ability cards in here that will help you. You will find certain things and potions that will help you along to try to clear out the unbelievable evil. But you're not just facing regular monsters. You are also facing some bosses, and there are going to be some unbelievable boss fights in here. The Dark Spirit. I mean, look at that. Pretty ridiculous. And look how much health it has. It has 11 health. Okay, just some really unique stuff that you are going to run into on your way through this fantastic experience that takes about 45 minutes. The each chapter probably take you about 45 minutes, and there are just so many different enemies that you're going to run into. Skeletons, archer. Remember, I said archers. That would be over here, and just a really neat game that does a real lot, and really is not overproduced, but produced to just an unbelievable and fantastic within its right. It does justice to the video game, and it doesn't leave you going, hey, why would I play this when I could play the video game? Because this game is different enough that really makes it fantastic. The book, of course, beautiful quality, everything just really the family trial and everything that you go through. Oh, man, I mean, look at that. It doesn't look fun to go through, but I'll tell you this much. This is something special, and we're going to talk more about this. You're also going to have a counter here that you're going to be, as you gain experience, you're going to be counting it up and then spending it. There's ability cards, there's spells, there's everything that you can imagine, all in this very well-priced and fantastic game, Children of Morta. Quick overview. I didn't go over all the rules and everything, but we're going to talk more about this up top. So let's do it. Over the last couple of years, there's a lot of things that happen, I think, that make people fall out of love with board gaming. This is not one of those games, with all the board game drama that goes on, and then you have games that are overproduced with 27 expansions that you'll never play, short print runs, all this other stuff, and all the drama that goes into it. And then you have a game that comes out for $50 and is just fantastic. It makes you think about the older days of board gaming, that the 2013, 2014, 2012, those days when everything was it really hit that peak. Of course, board gaming's been on a lot more than that. The thing I love about this is how well produced everything is. I didn't go over all the rules and everything. I wanted to give you a nice gist of how this works and what it does, and let you discover it for yourself. This is one that I think will be in my collection forever, and it has enough replayability where you are just constantly. You could play it by yourself. You could play it with, two characters you can run by yourself, or you can play with 4 people and just have an absolute blast with this, because it's a game about family. There's also this bonding thing that can be done when you play with a couple of characters, that as they attack, they have this bonding thing that they can do as far as an attack, which is really, really cool. There are just a lot of things going on with this, and it's such a small box and just does everything that you would want a board game to do. A fantastic game. I highly suggested. I almost said what it was. Children of Morta. Just fantastic. The board game done after the fantastic video game. They did this justice. Okay, where you want to play both. So until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.